Hello, good morning students. Today I am going to give you introduction about the Python programming, and in Python programming I am going to cover the topic loops. So firstly I would like to tell the definition of loops, and then we will discuss how many types of loops are available in Python, and further we will see some programs which we are going to develop using Python. So first I would like to tell you the definition of Python. In computer programming, definition of loop. So in computer programming, a loop is a control flow statement that allows a block of code or set of instructions to be executed repeatedly. Means if you want to execute any statement in programming language one by one, so then we will use the loop programming. So loops are the fundamental construct used to automate repetitive tasks, enhance code efficiency, and reduce the redundancy. So these are some of the benefits, and almost all the programming language provide a concept, this concept loop, which helps in executing one or more statements up to a desired number of times. So this was the basic definition of loops. Next we come, what are the main advantages of using loop programming. So these are some of the advantages of using loop programming. First is code reusability and reduce redundancy. So loops allow a block of code to be executed multiple times without rewriting it. This eliminates repetitive code, making program more concise, easier to read, and less prone to error. So we can do code reusability mainly this using loops. Second point is efficiency and performance. By automating repetitive tasks, loops enable programs to handle large volume of data and perform operations more efficiently than if each operation were coded individually. And third point is automation of repetitive tasks. If we want to do repetition of code, then we can use the loop. So loop are the fundamental for automating tasks such as data processing, calculations, array traversal, and user input validation, leading to more streamlined and less prone error application. So these are some of the advantages of using the loop programming, and I would like to give you a simple example of loop. Say suppose if you want to print your name 5 times, then we can use this kind of loop programming. Now there are how many types of loop are available in Python? There are two different types of loop. First is the for loop and second is the while loop. So next we discuss that how the for loop is executed. So for loop in Python is a control flow statement used to iterate over a sequence such as list, tuple, string, or dictionary, or other iterable objects. It allows you to execute a block of code for each item in a sequence. And what is the syntax of using for loop? So loop for variable in sequence, then we use the block of code to be executed for each item. So this is the basic syntax, how we use the loop, how we use the for loop. When we write this code only, then the execution of code will take place. After that we can see one of the examples or the syntax declaration, how explanation of the syntax. So first for this, the keyword initiates the for loop. So this is the keyword which we are using. Keyword, all of us know that keyword is a predefined keywords that are used in any of the programming language. After that, the variable, this variable is a temporary variable that takes on value of each item in the sequence during each iteration of the loop. We can name this variable anything descriptive. So variable can be anything, you can give any name of the variable. And in then next, in this keyword indicates that the loop will iterate through the elements of the sequence. So this is also a keyword used in Python. After that, sequence, this is iterable objects. In Python we are having a number of iterable objects like list, string, and the output of range that the loop will iterate over. Last is the colon. A colon marks the end of a statement. So in this syntax of for loop, whenever we are using the colon, so that will be the mark of, that will marks the end of a statement. Then we have indented block. The code indented below for the statement is the block of code that will be executed repeatedly for each item in the sequence. So this is one of the explanation of the syntax, that how we are using. Now we see that how we can use the loop using a range function. We have one function, inbuilt function called range in Python programming. So how we will execute this code? So we have the syntax basic, the syntax for I in range 5, print I. So these are only very small line of code, only of 2 lines. So how it is doing, for I we have declared I automatically is declared as an integer variable, and we are taking the range 5. Then once we print, then one by one, first I is 0, then I is 1, then 2, 3, 4, till the last element 4 it will only execute, and for 5 it will not execute. This is a simple state use of for loop. Suppose you want to print your name 5 times, so then we can write here print, then you can write your name, and your name will be printed 4 times, 5 times, whatever the number is explained given here. So that is the main use of loop. Suppose we want to generate table of any number from 1 to 10, then we can also use this loop. For 1 to 10 any number will be entered by the user, and we will develop a program they're using for loop. So this is a very important loop that is used in programming. In any of the programming languages we develop, or any project software we are going to develop, then we are definitely going to use this for loop. So next we see the about the iteration over the string. So what is a string? How we define a string? String is a collection of characters. Okay, so once we have, suppose we have seen a string, taken a string here, word equal to Python, then for character in word print char. So this is the variable name, and we are printing one by one. So what will be the output of this program? We have written in the word Python, so each element will be iterated one by one, and we will get the output as Python. So this was one of the examples how we iterate over the strings. So next we see the example of next we see the other type of loop, that is the while loop. So first we discuss about the for loop. The syntax for and while is different. Both are used alternatively. Sometimes we can use for, sometimes we can use while loop, but they syntax for both the loop is different. So a while loop in Python repeatedly executes a block of code as long as a specified condition remains true. So what is the main concept of while loop? That once a condition is true, it will execute till that time. This control flow statement is useful when number of iteration is not known beforehand and depends on the satisfaction of the condition. So what is the basic main condition of a when it is useful? Then when number of iteration is not known. So this is the main use of while loop. And how we use the syntax for using the while loop is, first we write the while, then we start condition, then we give the colon, and after that we write the all the block of code that will be executed one by one. Okay, so next we see about explanation. So first the while keyword introduces the loop. I have already told you the use of keywords. Keywords are predefined word in any of the programming language. There are, if suppose we talk about Java, C, any of the programming language, always their keyword you will this term you will see keyword. So that how we define that keyword is a predefined words used in any of the programming language. The condition is a Boolean expression that is evaluated before each iteration. So condition we will give Boolean expression means it will be true or either it will be false. So these are the condition. Then indentation. Indentation is the code block to be executed within the loop must be indented uniformly. Python use indentation to define code blocks, unlike other programming language that might use braces or keywords like and while. So indentation means that the spaces are very important role in Python language. Like in C language, use the brackets to inform that when the program is going to start, when a program is going to close. So same way we are using indentation in Python programming language, so that we can understand that how the program is going, what is the flow of program. After that, execution flow. First the condition is evaluated. If the condition is true, the indented code block is executed. After the code block finishes, the condition is evaluated again. So how the code is executing in a while loop? First the condition is true, the code is executed, and after the code finishes, the again condition is evaluated. If the condition is true, then again it will be evaluated. So this process continues until the condition becomes false. So this is very important, that syntax is different from for loop, but this is quite easier syntax compared to the for loop. After that, once the condition becomes false, the program control is gone out of the program. So these are the explanation of how the syntax of working of while loop is executing, and after that we come to while loop of an example. So first we have declared a count equal to 0, while count less than 5 we have printed count, and then we have incremented the count by 1. So this is the output of the program, that it is printing 0 1 2 3 4 till the one element less. So how the variable is in Python, there is no need to declare a variable. Like if we use the C programming language, then what we have to do, we have to declare integer, float, character, all this type of data. Same way in the Java also, but here what happens that it will automatically takes it as an integer. If there is point variable, then that is, it is going to take in the floating point number. So how this code is executing, see, this is the condition, while this is condition is a count less than 5. So one count is 0, we come to the loop, then print 0 will be printed, count equal to count plus 1. Now the count is incremented by 1. Again the condition will be tested, 1 less than 5, that is true, then again this is executed. For 2 also the same condition. So these are the how the execution of a execution flow of while loop is working. So this way the output of this will be 0 1 2 3 4. Suppose if I want to print my name, same in the program, 100 times, 1000 times, what I will do, count less than 100,000. So this was the point of main. I want to tell you that we want this for the repetitive code whenever we require. Suppose we are developing any application in software, we have given some data list of students, and we want to generate letters for the students who are having attendance less than 60%. So what we will do, we will use one loop only. Once we use a loop, either for loop or while loop, and we will put a condition there that if percentage is less than, if we will use the for loop also, that if percentage is less than this, then generate the letter. So these are the one of the main real life examples of how we are using loops in general life and programming. Okay, so this was very important features, and this I think it was a good session, and we have discussed about the loop programming. So I thank you for this, and I will discuss the next topics, some more programs related with the for and while loop in the next session. Okay, thank you.